Greetings and salutations, viewers, and welcome to the Insanity. This is my first video on my channel, and when I came across this being talked about on other YouTubers such as Chris Reagan, Omegon, Bering, and Wrecked Feminist, I took a look and was flashed back to August when this sociopath first made her rounds on Facebook. Originally, I was going to do a comment on the video regarding the racist black woman Franny from MTV Decoded, but Zarna Joshi immediately beat her out because, well, it's a lot easier to do research on her than it is on Franny, because I honestly didn't want to go back and watch that much Decoded and feel my brain cells turn against themselves in a homicidal panic. Now, who is Zarna Joshi, as you're probably asking at this point? Well, Zarna became well known to the rest of the world back when she interacted with this man, Humongous, or as he's actually called, really Pantoja. Please forgive me if I've muddled your name. While at City Hall, to what I can only assume was to waste city officials' time with a broad sweeping racist hate speech in the disguise of social justice, Zarna was drawn to CNN reporters interviewing citizens regarding their views on the police department. Rudy was more than happy to show his support for the Seattle Police Services thanks to their successful efforts in aiding his daughter in recovering from a heroin addiction. But in doing so, the timing put him right in the crosshairs of Zarna, and while recording, she approached and requested his name, knowing that he was thanking them for the aid in saving his daughter. Now let that sink in for a second. A feminist is going to shame a man who is thanking the police for saving his daughter. And she was doing this knowingly. I swear to you, you could cut the hypocrisy that comes off this woman with a knife. Now, Rudy obviously could tell that this one was batshit insane right from the get-go. I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't infamous around Seattle as a local loon already. So, not wanting to allow her to be able to harass him later in life, he used a bit of self-depreciating humor and said his name was Humongous.
You take the right picture.
Yeah.
You want my name?
Yeah, sure.
It's Humongous.
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
That's what it is.
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment?
No, it's humongous.
Then why did you say that to me?
That's my name.
What? Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what? Is that sexual?
To which she automatically throws herself into full victim mode and starts to get all worked up and claimed sexual harassment. I shit you not. This woman, who obviously doesn't have the IQ of a plugged-in toaster, couldn't tell that this was a joke, and he didn't want to deal with her. She then continues to harass and berate the man as he tries to leave and go on with his life. But when she doesn't succeed and is being asked to leave the building, she turns upon the security personnel like a rabid Wolverine. I honestly have no words for this. It's insane. I've linked the original video below, where it's being hosted by YouTuber Ben Vapes, who, I might add, managed to save it and has kept it available to the world, since the original posting of this video was deleted from Facebook by Zarna Joshi, the original poster. Gee, I wonder why she took it down. Go take a look and send him some love for hosting a video for the rest of us to see and use. Now, about a week ago, Zarna began posting a 4-part video series regarding the many forms her feminist mental delusions have taken the shape of. I'll link the channel below so you can judge her for yourself. I'll wait here while you go and torture yourself. And welcome back. Now that you've seen the level of crazy we're dealing with, I suggest you strap in, because there's more. Not only does she believe in all this utter garbage, she's now trying to get folks to contribute to her You Caring page. For what, you might ask? But to do battle with things that don't exist in the Western world. Save in the delusions of feminists and sociopaths. This money will be contributed to her well-being and aid her in all her so-called pain and suffering that she received as a result of interactions with Rudy for the video she posted. Quote, Zarna has been dealing with sexual harassment, stalking, rape threats, and death threats from cops, white supremacists, and misogynists for over 2 months, ever since she defended herself from a sexual harasser in a public place. There has been a widespread hate and character assassination directed in her attempt to terrorize and intimidate her into silence. Despite this, Zarna has been working to encourage her community to speak out against the patriarchal power structure so that women, people of color, and marginalized people do not have to live in fear of men and the white supremacy. This fundraiser is so that people who care about dismantling patriarchy can contribute to Zarna's safety and well-being as she continues to fight the threats towards her and all who suffer from the patriarchy. End quote. That's right. She's looking for your sympathy and money to help her deal with the troubles she herself created. She's not looking to help anyone but herself here, folks. She's blaming the world for her own stupidity here by playing the victim card and claiming that society is the aggressor when it's blatantly obvious the only aggressor here is her. As evidenced by this video from Seattle City Hall, where she was kicked out for being a disrupting pain in the ass, as seen from the clip taken from the full video of the Seattle City Council meeting on October 31st, 2016. Link has been added below for you to watch.
Thank you. My name is Zarna. People like to talk about how crime has gone up in Seattle, and they're right. Crime has gone up. The crimes of racist thug cops have gone up. Their crimes against women have gone up. Their crimes against people of color have gone up. And the crimes of racist, token, people of color politicians have gone up. Yeah, we noticed, Lorena Gonzalez. We noticed. We noticed how after I spoke publicly against you, the cops sent racist, white supremacist rapists after me on BlueLivesMatter.com. We saw that, we noticed, and we all know how in cahoots with the cops you are. We noticed how in cahoots Deborah Juarez is with the cops, who's so disgusting and such a token that she won't even look at the people when they speak. We all noticed how bullies like Bruce Harrell, who speak publicly and interrupt women when they speak,
and
just
I'm
as you
warning
interrupt
you
me now.
that your comments
we
are
saw how those
disruptive, and if
crimes
you don't
went up.
stop,
we
I'm going to have you
saw
removed.
how the disgust
Please have this
and
woman removed,
contempt
please.
that you have towards the people
Please
has
have her
gone
removed.
up. We saw all
I've
of
asked
this.
this
And
is
don't touch me.
disruptive personal attacks. Have her removed, please.
Turn off the microphone, will you?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I find her behavior disruptive, ma'am. Disruptive to the agenda. And our next speaker will be Eris Gibson. Please.
To try to intimidate women of color into silence. And we see these crimes going up. We see it. Oh, yeah, we see it. It's cut. We've seen it. We have definitely seen it.
Our next speaker is...
Shocking. Yeah, I know, right? How could anyone want to dismiss her and her baseless claims when a Google search of the statistics show nothing to substantiate them? But then this is common with feminists and social justice warriors in general. When faced with opposition to their claims, they either cry hate speech, racism, sexism on the part of the accuser, or, like in her YouTube channel, did you happen to notice that all of her videos have the comments and the ratings disabled to completely inhibit any sort of meaningful conversation or comments? I know I did. But this is hardly surprising when dealing with folks like this. Yeah, that's one of her pictures on her Eucaring page, the one of her holding a pair of flailing whips. That's right, she wants equality and justice, and you'll have to submit to her authority or pay the price. It's no wonder this bindi-bearing busybody has been getting nothing but negative results for her efforts. Overall, these kind of individuals know that their arguments are so bad, so easily shot full of holes and such utter incoherent nonsense that they can't stand up to debate or any kind of dissenting arguments, because their feelings will get hurt and their narrative, which is always self-serving in some manner, will get destroyed. Gee, I wonder who else we know does that. Okay, I'll admit that's just a cheap shot on my part, but I really just can't stand that woman either. But I also consider this to be a valid comparison because Zarna is pulling basically the same con artist scam Anita has been for years. Let's just hope that no one is that stupid to give her anywhere near what Anita's managed to weasel out of folks. But to date, it looks like she's made over $500 and most in $1 donations from folks just so they can mock her. Which is still giving her money, but at least they're more honest into why they're giving it to her than she is in about using it and needing it. So in summation, Zarna, I doubt you'll ever watch this, but on the off chance that you do, please take this bit of advice. You will get farther in life by being kind than you will through anger. Ripping into folks and claiming things that you can only and want to only see will result in relentless mockery, disbelief, and aggression. It is better to lead by example by being a good person and embodying the traits and the beliefs you hold dear, and let the world come to its own realization rather than trying to force your own ideologies upon it. But for people like you, it seems like it's not satisfying, nor does it garner the attention and validation you crave from the world around you. So you might be perfectly happy to dwell and stew in the rage against the machine, so to speak. But regardless of the matter, I'll leave you with a quote a respected elder once told me. For every finger you point in accusation, 3 more point back at you. Meaning that every time you cast judgment at others, there is something within yourself you don't want to face. But then, what do I know? I'm just the devil in the details. Have a good day.